Hello, and thank you for your interest in our language cert qualifications. This video aims to introduce you to the speaking component of the LTE 4-skill qualification. The LTE speaking examination is a comprehensive test of spoken English. It has been designed to demonstrate the test taker's ability to communicate using the English language across CFR levels A1 through C2 in work-related situations. The LTE speaking examination is available in two different formats: paper-based, that is with face-to-face interlocution, and computer-based, that is online with remote live interlocution. Please note that the content of the speaking examination is identical for both formats. Also be informed that both formats lead to the same certificate. Now let's get into some more detail. The LTE speaking examination consists of 3 parts, and test takers are assessed individually. As you can see in this table, Part 1 lasts 2 to 3.5 minutes, Part 2 3 to 4.5 minutes, and Part 3 5 to 6 minutes. The total duration of the speaking test is 10 to 14 minutes. What skills are assessed during these 3 parts of the speaking examination? Part 1 assesses the test taker's ability to communicate personal information and express opinions and ideas. Part 2 assesses their ability to exchange information and opinions, such as by engaging in discussion, reaching a decision, justifying when expressing and eliciting opinion. Part 3 assesses their ability to present a topic, narrate, describe, communicate ideas, and express opinions on one topic. Here are a few examples from all 3 parts. This sample is from Part 1, where the test taker is asked to share personal information and also express his or her opinions and ideas. After some initial questions which are not marked, the questions on the left, the test taker is asked 3 questions, similar to the ones on the right. Please note that each question is set at a different level. The interlocutor's questions will range from simple to more complex. Here is an example of a task from Part 2. It is here that the test taker is asked to give and receive information in order to perform a communicative task. The test taker is given a few written prompts like the ones you can see on the right. 20 seconds to think about them, and then engage in a related discussion with the interlocutor. Lastly, a sample of Part 3. In this part, the interlocutor chooses a topic and asks the test taker to talk about it for about 2 minutes, after 30 seconds of preparation time. The test taker is given a pen or pencil and paper to make some notes during preparation time. After the test taker's response, the interlocutor asks a few follow-up questions which conclude the speaking test. How are the test takers assessed? You can see here the assessment criteria that the assessor will use to evaluate their oral performance. There are 5 criteria: task completion and communicative effect, a measure of how far the candidate has addressed the tasks and the extent to which they can deal with them effectively, fluency and discourse management, a measure of the candidate's ability to link the utterances into coherent speech and maintain the flow of speech. Accuracy and range of grammar. A measure of the candidate's ability to vary and demonstrate control of grammatical structures as appropriate to the task. Accuracy and range of vocabulary. A measure of the candidate's ability to vary and demonstrate control of lexis and register as appropriate to the task. Pronunciation and intonation. A measure of the candidate's ability to produce the sounds of English in order to be understood with appropriate stress and intonation. What about marking? Well, test takers are awarded up to 6 marks per criterion. And as there are 5 criteria, they can collect up to 30 marks. In this table, you can see the marks they can collect and the corresponding CFR levels they can attain. And one more detail about the speaking examination. All 3 parts are assessed collectively. In this table, you can see that the test taker can collect up to 30 marks, which are then scaled to 100. All results are mapped to CFR levels, A1 through C2. You will note that the test takers can be awarded a 0 too. This rarely happens, but can happen when, for example, the test taker has not attempted any response. Also be informed that test takers need a score of 10 and above in order to be awarded a certificate. Ready? What about the test taker's results, certificate, and the digital badge? Well, the test taker's results are released in 2 to 10 business days, depending on the test delivery method. That is, depending on whether the test taker took the paper-based format of the test or its computer-based format. Hard copy certificates are issued within a week after the release of results, and the digital badge, which test takers can use for the CV or social media, is also available on the same day as results. The certificate that will be awarded to test takers is an overarching certificate covering all 4 skills once completed, as well as individual skills. Here, you can see a sample of a certificate of achievement, a sample of an e-certificate and hard copy certificate, and a sample of a digital badge.